Hey folks, this is Z-Man with Kadesh Farm. Haven't shot any videos in a while, just daylight, saving time, or whatever you call it. It just caused a little bit of salt in my game, because by the time I get off work, get home, change clothes, jump in my truck, it's dark almost before I get to leave my home and come down and to the farm and deal with Molly and trying to get her rotated, which I've continuously been rotating her through this same field, with it being a single cow. I do believe rotational grazing is working with her. As you can see down through here, I've rolled some hay out. I've been rolling hay, I'll go over here right quick, out in this field for a while, just to try and get the nutrients and the carbon built up in this field. And oh man, look like a horse. But as you can see, I rolled some about a month ago down through there, right along this hot wire that I have right here. Just trying to get the stuff built up. I know it's going to take time, but all we can do is just keep pushing and pushing and moving and moving. And I think it's doing its job. The hay, which was some crappy hay that I had purchased, lesson learned. It's doing its job. It's breaking down, becoming nutrients to the microbes in the soil, and I'm just pushing along. That's all we can do, is just push along. But unrolling hay has made a world of difference out here for us in regards to getting free seed, because if you look at the fertilizer cost and the cost of seed, everything is just flat out through the roof. But God had a way of making this earth and made it where it could regenerate itself. And took some classes and learned from Greg Judy and just all those guys like that. And it's taught me a lot about how to do it naturally. And I'm satisfied with the results. Here's my contraption that I have set up to unroll my hay. When I got done unrolling this roll, I basically just pulled it over there behind the wire so she couldn't bother it. And I'm debating whether I need to roll some. I probably will roll some out today and roll it out that way, more than likely, to get some just trying to get it distributed all over. I don't have a pitchfork to take big clumps like this and spread it out. I need to purchase one and spread it out so it wouldn't be just having the nutrients or the carbon in one area. Just spread it out as much as possible. But first, bought the property, you can kind of see my bush hog lawns where it's got some grasses clumped up. Actually, it's breaking down pretty good. So we're just trying to get it spread out and taken care of all over out here. Like I said, it's roughly almost a 5-acre field. I forgot the exact measurement, and I've been kind of rotating her out throughout here since we brought her out to the property. The other cow, hopefully come January, I can get a date to get him processed. With all the COVID and different things like that, the processors have been backed up so bad, and now it's deer season, and they're mostly focusing on processing deer. But I kept him up at the property because the location that we need to get him processed is a lot closer to our house than it is way down here, which is roughly about an hour away. This is a food plot that I had put out here for deer. It seemed to be doing pretty decent. Man, come September, October, it was just crazy dry around here. Our well dried up, our spring dried up. Our pond was completely down at least 2 or 3 feet, and it was just bone dry. Well, here lately, we've been getting a ton of rain. Hopefully I could jump on my 4-wheeler and take you over to the pond and show you how much is filled up. I didn't get a chance to fix the breach in the pond. I was working on a dock, and I focused more on the dock than I did fixing the breach, because I was happy that the water was down. I was able to get the dock in and not complete it, but at least get the part where I had to be out in the water taken care of. And now the water is up. So I'll be able to finish putting the decking down. But the water's up. We're getting plenty of rain out here now. And hopefully come this spring, with us having lime put down this spring that just passed for 2022, hopefully 2023, man, this place is going to be busting with good growth. I just have to start getting that hay rolled out more and more so I can get more seed down on the ground. Plus the native grasses, hopefully they will take over. I'm considering burning, because I'm also trying to encourage quail to stay out here. We do have some that we've spotted when we come out, and I'm looking at taking care of my animals, but also taking care of the nature part of this area out here. And I want to probably burn this to see what native grass seeds are underneath. I was encouraged to do that. All right, the birds are quiet. Oh my gosh, there was so many thousands of birds back over in the back part, and all of a sudden it went quiet. But also I was encouraged to burn this to figure out what native grasses I had. And I want more quail out here, because one, I enjoy quail, and two, it's just good for the nature part of this area. There's plenty of deer out here. My son and I finally got a trail cam out and started looking, and man, coyote, deer, raccoons, anything you think of, possums, saw armadillo. There's all kinds of things that we've noticed on the trail cam or have seen since we've been riding around out here. That's my field back there. It's roughly about a 4-acre-ish field. If you could possibly see the fence that runs, I guess that would be north and south that way, and it goes way up to the tree line. I'm not gonna even mess with that field as of right now. We got it lined, but we're just gonna kind of leave it to nature. Keep it under wraps, no trees grow in it. We may put some trees, persimmons or red oak or white oak. White oak is probably what I want. And we're gonna focus mostly on this end of our property, just because the issue is getting past the pond. You know what, let's go up there and look. I'll show you the issue that we have. This is some leftover pasture grasses that I had. Got clover and fescue and just all kinds of different good grasses for cattle, but the deer love them also. And look, a beautiful looking strip. We got several, at least 2 or 3 different food plots around this area. We've got deer. Just haven't had a chance to hunt. Got so many projects going, trying to do them all at once, which is impossible. It's kind of defeating the purpose. Let me get my 4-wheeler fired up here. We'll ride over to the pond and so you can see what we're dealing with. Make sure you look at my video about the power post. Oh my goodness. Changed my life. Makes my job out here so much easier. We'll head over to the pond and kind of let you see the issue that we have. Look at that. That is draining out of my pond, which is way up there. Because there was a breach and the water is just coming out any way it can once it hit the field. There's no, that's actually a creek, a dry creek that the pond should dump into over in that area over there. And I just hadn't had a chance to fix it to make it go dump into the crook way up there. So let's ride up there and take a look at that. Hope and pray I don't get stuck. Hope I don't drop my phone. I want this field dry, because this would be a field that we could use to feed the cows out of. Awesome, my little deal worked. Whoa. Let's see if we can get up here. All right, kind of give you an idea of what I did. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see here. That's my dock. That's way over there. See if we can zoom in. Woo, that water is awful close to it. I think I got the height right though. But boy, it's awful close. Anyway, going back to the pond. This is the drainage that we had, or hole that we had in the pond. And it actually drained and drained until it cut a rut all the way down through here. And it washed out and just started just taking itself anywhere it wanted to go. So I took these bricks to try and force it from going that way and force it to turn and go this way. The other day, there was no water in that because it wasn't catching, just water wasn't flowing that direction. So with me kind of damming this up and forcing the water somewhat to go this way, it has helped out a lot to try and keep my field, because this used to be at least an inch or two of water out here. And I've been able to cut it down just a little bit. My goal is to fix this breach as soon as the pond is back down, now that I got my dock taken care of. I just got these blocks in here to slow down the flow so it won't cut this up as much. Because when we first bought this property, this was maybe 2 or 3 inches deep. But now, especially down in this area, it's about 1 foot deep, where the water has been cutting with the flow so fast and cutting, eating the bank out. Just wanted to show you that. Kind of give you an idea of some of the problems that we're dealing with out here. The other day, the water was not up this far along this bank. So the water is, we've gotten a lot of rain out here. I'm happy about the rain. That's basically all I can say. I'm happy about the rain. It's just something we'll have to fix, and it's repairable. Hopefully I can get some, I had a guy come out to give me an estimate on taking care of this area down through here, cutting all these trees off the bank, building it up, fixing it, and having a drain down that way where it could dump right into the creek. Maybe put a drain pipe in it and have it set up where we can at least get water out of it if we ever need it. But this is our beautiful pond. I'm on the, I guess, the west side, no, east side of our pond. And it is way, way up. We're excited about that part. Z-Man, I just kind of wanted to give you an update of all the things that we're dealing with out here. Oh, it's me and this finger. It looked like some fescues growing. So we have food over here, forage for the cow to be able to eat on. Plus another field back that way. This is where we have our biggest deer plot right here. And then, of course, the field I showed you earlier is up on the hill. So there's plenty of greenage out here, especially on this side over here. There's plenty of green grass. The crazy thing is, evidently, there's a hole. Because if you notice, the water builds up. And then it's... Let me try that again. There's a hole. The water builds up down this way. And then all of a sudden it goes nowhere. But it's actually going up on the ground. And then you can see it dump into this creek over here, or wet weather creek. So I don't know if they have a culvert up under here. I will have to do a little bit of digging. But the water's seeping. The water's seeping underground and going this way. A little bit of work ahead, but it's fun work. This is Z, man. I wanted to give you an update. I don't have little Z with me today. It's a little bit cool out here. Then when I'm out here complaining because of how cold it is, because I'll probably be out here doing some work and he'd be doing some sitting, and you know how it is when it's outside and you sit and you start getting real cold. But again, Z-Man, update on what's going on. Hadn't shot a video in a while. You guys take care. Subscribe, hit that like button, share with others. This is Z-Man, and I'm out.